So 2.5 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I was so excited to get my period. And not because I wanted to have my period, because that comes with a lot of mood swings, my face becomes horrible, and yada, yada, yada. But I was excited because I was going to try out a new sanitary towel. And I know it sounds lame, yeah, but I was excited about it. And I told myself, once I try it out, and if I like it, I'll go on social media and give the company a shout out. So the day came, and after 2 days, I felt fantastic. I loved it. I loved the feeling. I loved how it smelled. And everything about it. So I went on my Twitter page, and I was like, yes! You know, you guys, the company, I'm not going to mention the name, you guys made my 2 days. I feel good, I feel fantastic, and I feel fierce. And let me tell you something. My DMs were full. Okay, this was the time during Ramadan. So, you know, you're supposed to be, of course, not talking too much, not out there and stuff. So people on my DMs were like, Nadia, why are you talking about your periods? As in, it's a shame. You are talking about it and you're telling people that you're on your second day? Stop doing that. Don't you feel embarrassed? So the point of this is that I thought that we are woke, that we are advocating about different things, but still an issue as important as periods is still making people feel uncomfortable. When you're actually living in a country or in a world where there's some people who are suffering and they can't afford a simple thing as a pad. And mind you, I'm holding this, not because of anything, but because I just want to make some of you feel uncomfortable. Or maybe I just want to break that, you know? How many people feel uncomfortable? I was talking to my friend's brother, sorry. And he was like, Nadia, don't put it on my face. It's just a pad. And you know, I go on to the way and say, if it wasn't for this, or maybe for this, you wouldn't be here today, right? Ah, yes, thank you. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about, so I advocate on social issues that affect our society. So what I do, as myself, I try to make people feel comfortable with the uncomfortable situations. I talk about issues such as mental health, I talk about gender-based violence, and today, I'm talking about periods. Not menstruation, I'm talking about periods. Look at me. I'm dressed, flowing with periods. Yes! As you can see, and look at it, it went in well. Anyway, so, why does something that is biological make us feel so uncomfortable? It's very unfair. Turn to the person next to you on your, whichever side you feel comfortable, and tell them, my period is my vibe. And I am proud and fierce. Yes, how do you feel about that? Empowered, right? Yes, your period should not be something to make you feel embarrassed. It's something biological, it's something that God has given, it's Mother Nature. And if someone is going to go out there and judge you about having your period for just a few days, tell them, stop. That's the way back. Don't talk to me. And to our parents, our lovely parents, I know, a lot of times we tend to blame, oh, our parents don't understand. But personally, I understand because you guys came from a place where you also were not empowered. You also were not made to feel comfortable about it. But try to take a step further and talk to the kids. Listen to them, understand. If you're a dad, go out of your way and tell them, honey, are you okay? Would you need a sanitary towel? I know if my dad came to me and told me that, I'll be like, Dad, please, let's have that. But let's try to sensitize ourselves. As parents, we need to sensitize. And as you guys, at the age that you're in, you need to understand your moms and your dads. Don't be angry at your family when they feel like they want to segregate you. They do that because they don't know better, because they grew up in that way. And that's why sensitization is very important. And not among us. even in the rural areas, other than educating and teaching them how to knit, we have to go a step further and sensitize these young kids. We have to make them understand that they should be proud of who they are, whatever is happening to them, and even if they feel like they're embarrassed by how they feel, we should just be there for them. Because periods confuse people. You guys know, they come with mood swings, right? There are days you don't even want to look at someone. But what do you have to do? Let them understand you. Let's have a culture where we tend to listen more than act. Listen to the kids' parents, and the kids, don't be too hard on your parents. Listen to them. And when you go out there to the other kids in the rural areas, or wherever it is, try to go a step further and ask them, what is it? Sometimes it's not the sanitary pad that they're lacking. Sometimes it's the understanding. Having that ear they can listen to, having that shoulder they can cry to. It's a lot of things. So Zian and your team, by the way, I met him yesterday and I'm so inspired. Mom, grandma, and dad, you have a brilliant young man. Please clap for him. For the fact that he's a boy and he's doing this for us, that speaks a lot, even in terms of how he was raised. And I hope you inspire 50 and 10,000. And don't stop there. And all of you, take his example. Do whatever you feel is your purpose. Make that social change. And be your own vibe. Thank you.